Budget day is a finance minister's day of days. For one brief grey moment, the second player in our system gets to own the podium, seize the spotlights and flutter every microphone. Odd then that yesterday, the finance minister, Flaherty, got stepped on by his own prime minister and others during question period. Was this a pulse along that familiar arc of the Conservatives' remorseless ingenuity of finding ever stranger ways to hurt themselves? If so, it was foolish. Even strong prime ministers usually know better than to diminish, to level and trim by plane or by accident their own finance second minister. We've seen this reckless play before. Once upon a time in a land far away, there was a prime minister named Chrétien, and he was a Liberal, as was his right-hand man, Paul Martin. Jean kept a keen and jealous eye on Paul, and Paul fretted mightily against Jean. Now, as long as they kept their various frictions and factions off stage, and they were many, these natural rivals and oddest of odd couples were one of the most powerful and efficient partnerships in Canadian politics ever. Chrétien had the I'm the boss routine down pat. However, Martin's deftness in finance, and even more, his friendly, easier persona, gave the whole Liberal Party more room to operate, a wider audience to talk to than could ever have been managed by Chrétien alone. Mr. Chrétien was smart to offer political cover to go to Martin when it mattered, and Martin was smart to take it. In its best years, the Chrétien government had team leadership, and Paul Martin was co-captain. However, they both fell, and their party with them, when that partnership exploded and the rivalry went public. And with that pearl from Liberal history before them, would the Conservatives, Mr. Harper himself, work deliberately to diminish, some journalists say humiliate, Jim Flaherty? At their peril and to their cost, the finance minister has an understated gift for looking, for want of a better word, more human than his colleagues. He also enjoys what we used to graciously call the quiet esteem of many. People, some of whom hasten for a crucifix and necklaces of garlic at the mere mention of Lord Harper's name, smile with Mr. Flaherty. Flaherty has worn well over time, and crucially, he extends a lonely, brave flag of welcome from the stern battlements of Fort Harper, PC. I note that even Elizabeth May, who lives on a different continent ideologically from Mr. Flaherty, actually sent him a public thanks for the DNA registry in the budget. Good for her and him. Can't imagine Valentine's to any other ministers. So I can't think the Conservatives or Mr. Harper then would willingly try to injure their most valuable player on the very moral of his second last budget, or what may even turn out to be his last. Should that be the case, they are foolish and petty, and, more to their cost, self-injuring. For The National, I'm Rex Murphy.